What is this? Fox Live Now from Fox. They got some information about this plane crash that happened in Arizona today. Two planes head on collided with each other in mid-air. Two people have been presumed dead. We're going to go check in and see what the heck's going on. It's your boy kicking it with Timmy B. Let's go.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox as we continue to follow some breaking news out of Arizona. You are taking a look at some live aerial footage. We are following the latest regarding a deadly plane crash at Marana Regional Airport. Here's what we know so far, courtesy of our partners at Fox 10 in Phoenix. You can see that several investigators, law enforcement officials, first responders are there on the ground, as you can also see the aftermath of that crash. Fox 10 saying this: at least two people are dead following a mid-air plane collision at an airport northwest of Tucson. That's according to what we heard from police earlier today. The Marana Police Department saying the crash happened February 19th, today on Wednesday, at the Marana Regional Airport, located near Avra Valley and Senderio Roads. The police writing on Facebook, quote, "Two confirmed dead, and both planes were smaller fixed-wing single-engine planes." The Federal Aviation Administration says a Lancer collided midair with a Cessna 172 just before 8:30 a.m. local time. Two people were on board each plane. The National Transportation Safety Board will lead the investigation into this crash. We're still waiting to hear who the victims are. Their identities have not been confirmed. According to the FAA, the Marana Regional Airport is an uncontrolled field, meaning the airport does not have an operating control tower. FAA goes on to say that pilots utilize a common traffic advisory frequency to regularly announce their position to other pilots who are in the airport's vicinity.
Yo, shout out to Fox Live Now. I got an article here. I'm gonna go get right into this here. Just to end the stream here. I know time is of the essence, folks. This is very unfortunate to hear, because I travel. I travel by plane at least once a year, man. At least once a year, and stuff like this is it's not very motivating to get on a plane. I tell you what, it's not very motivating. It's very scary. My prayers go out to the people that lost their lives. My prayers go out to their families. It's very unfortunate. There's been so many plane incidents going on this past 2 months. It's just unreal. It's unreal. So we got the AP here. It said two people are dead in a small plane collision at an Arizona airport with no control tower. That's very interesting. We got the image here of the crash. This goes in this image taken from the video. Plane debris seen from above at the Marana Regional Airport after a deadly crash in Marana, Arizona on Wednesday, February 19th, 2025. By Morgan Lee and Sajal Govindarayo. The AP, a mid-air collision involving two small planes in southern Arizona killed two people Wednesday morning. Authorities said. Federal air safety investigators said each plane had two people aboard when they collided near Marana Regional Airport on the outskirts of Tucson. One plane landed eventually, and the other hit the ground near a runway and caught fire. Wow. The National Transportation Safety Board said, citing preliminary information before its investigators had arrived. The Marana Police Department confirmed that the two people killed were aboard one aircraft and said responders did not have a chance to provide medical treatment. So sad, man. Sergeant Vincent Rizzi said that the two people on the other plane were uninjured. That's crazy. What? So these people lived through that and the other people didn't. Wow, that's got to be a vibe. That's got to be a feeling when you come to two and everything like that, that you were the ones that like survived and the other people didn't. I know that's got to be, man, that's got to be like a movie or something, bro. That's so unfortunate, folks. Let's get back into it. So the municipal fire department helped extinguish flames, Rizzy said. The collision came more than a week after a plane crash in Scottsdale, which I did hear about that. I was going to do a video about it, but it's like, oh man, it's just back to back. Scottsdale killed one of the two pilots of a private jet owned by Motley Crue singer Vince Neil. That aircraft veered off a runway and hit a business jet. It also followed four major aviation disasters that have occurred in North America in the last month. The most recent had a Delta jet that flipped over. That was literally yesterday. This Delta jet flipped over. I'm pretty sure. In Toronto. Today's February 19th, 2025. So that was the 18th. That was yesterday. While landing in Toronto, and the deadly crash of a commuter plane in Alaska, which we're not even hearing anything about that anymore. It's crazy. In late January, 67 people were killed in a midair collision in Washington, D.C. We did the video on that, I'm pretty sure. That's just so unfortunate hearing about these folks, involving an American Airlines passenger jet and an Army helicopter, marking the United States' deadliest aviation disaster since 2001. Just a day later, a medical transport jet with a child patient, her mother, and four others aboard crashed into a Philadelphia neighborhood on January 31st, exploding in a fireball that engulfed several homes. That crash killed 7 people. That's crazy. That killed 7 people, man, including all of those on board, and injured 19 others. Oh my God, that's crazy. The airport in Marana has 2 intersecting runways and operates without an air traffic control tower. That's unacceptable. They need one of those. How are you going to be an airport? Like, man, budgets is just tight. People just doing all kinds of stuff and just not getting everything that you need to be doing providing a service like that, man. You need, if you're providing an airport for people to privately operate and store their planes, you need to have a private air traffic controller. What do we like? Come on, man. That's just crazy, bro. That's just insane. A multi-million-dollar project was underway to build a tower, but delays due to COVID-19. Oh boy. Oh man, pandemic pushed back construction. Tens of thousands of flights arrive and depart from the airport annually. It's just like, well, I mean, if this doesn't expedite this control tower, then they need to completely close down this airfield until they can get someone who owns it that could properly run it right, that can get this stuff. Or maybe that doesn't have to deal with them, that has to deal with the building and the state and stuff like it. That's just, oh man, it's too much bureaucracy with all this stuff. It's insane. Most airports in the U.S. do not have air traffic control towers, only those with commercial coming in. Well, that kind of makes me feel some kind of way. I'd rather, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's wild. I want to go to all air traffic control airports. I don't want to be, at least I don't know, man. That's insane. You don't even think about stuff like this. Stuff you don't even think about. At those airspaces, pilots have designated radio channel to announce intentions for landing and taking off, said Jeff Gazzuti, an airline safety consultant and former Federal Aviation Administration and NTSB investigator. I see this building all the time throughout here in the Southwest. Just because an airport doesn't have a control tower doesn't mean it's unsafe, he said. Yeah. All the pilots should be broadcasting on this common traffic advisory frequency. Okay. And there's also a responsibility to see and avoid. Each pilot is responsible to see and avoid so they don't collide with each other, Gazudi said. Interesting. Well, that's it. The story has been corrected to reflect that 67 people total were killed in the Washington, D.C. collision rather than 67 people aboard the American Airlines jet. Right, correct, because you have to account for the people that were in the Black Hawk as well. So, unfortunate news here, folks. I'm going to try to tap in with you if I get some more intel. My prayers go out to the families that of the ones that were lost. It's very sad. We got to get on to this. There needs to be like a real investigation, or like almost a halt on air traffic until we get some kind of conclusion on what's going on with these planes. Why are just folks just dropping out of the sky? Like, is this just a normal thing? Is it just weather, or is this a human error? Right? Is this human error, or is this something that could be that's just out of our control? Right? You know what I mean? Like, all these just can't be out of our control. When it comes to flying, if you ask me personally, that's way out of like a lot of our control. We're just going with the wind here, and we just created these machines to just go and be able to fly, to like a certain extent. It's just gravity and everything is just crazy. It's just crazy. So, and then you're flying in different elements and storms and stuff like that. You have to count for all the flight time that these people get. And, I mean, you just never know. You could get up there and that might be your last, right? That's just how it is. You get on a boat, you get in a car, you get in a plane. You know what I mean? It might be the last time that you get on that, because these things are just machines, right? Just machines. That's what I think about it, folks. When we get some more answers, I'll tap in. It's your boy Kicking It with Timmy B. Thank you for tuning in for this broadcast. It's the Wednesday stream. We went over the President Donald Trump and Elon Musk interview with Sean Hannity on Fox News. And then we got into the U.S. aid issue. We got a little breakdown of that and a timeline. And then we went right into this Arizona plane crash. So anyway, stay healthy, drink water, stay informed. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.